What's our first step? All right, Brandon.
Writing the x and organizing the 7x to the second power.
Okay, so we draw the x. What do we put? What number do we put on top?
29.
You sure?
No, actually it's
Close.
28.
Right, 20. You do 7 times 4, which is 28. And then 29, we go to the bottom. And then what two numbers do we put on the side again? What two numbers do we put on the side? Reese?
1 and 28.
1 and 28, yes, that works. Okay, what method do we want to do first? It doesn't actually matter. Just you guys can choose for me. Do you guys want to do grouping or okay, box? Great. Do box. Okay. All right, how do I fill out the box here? How do I fill out the box here? Trevor?
Put in 1 and 28.
1 and 28, okay. Where do I put them?
1 in the bottom left,
Okay.
and 20 in the top right.
How do I write them? Trevor, how do I...
1 x, and then, 20x.
Okay, so I'm just going to write it as 28x and x, okay? How do I fill out the rest of the box? How do I fill out the rest of the box? So again, this 28 is going to go right here, and this 1 is going to go right there. How do I fill out the rest of the box? Trevor again.
Put in like the rows and said A and C. So A would be 7 x squared, and then C would be 4.
Okay, so now we want to think about what? How do we fill out the rest of this? How do I fill this out? Daniel?
7x plus 1, x plus 4.
Which is on what side?
The 7x is on the left side, and x plus 4 is on the top, because 1 times 4 is 4. And that's one box of gray, so most boxes are probably gray.
Okay, so you thought x plus 4 is probably on top. You can also think about it this way. If x plus 4 is on the bottom here, then some number times x is equal to x. Well, if this is a 4, that doesn't quite make sense, right? Because then it would have to be like a fraction up here, but we don't really have that right now. So the second thing you think about is if 7x was on top, could that 7x times a number to equal x? Well, the 7 is way too big, so let's put the 7x on the left so it can multiply these numbers to equal 7x squared and 28x. Well, if the 7x is on the left, then this means the 4 is on the top right, because 7x times 4 equals 28x. And then everything else works, and we have our answer. 7x plus 1 times x plus 4. So just as a reminder that 7x times x is equal to 7x squared. 7x times 4 is equal to 28x. 1 times x is equal to x right here. And then 1 times 4 is equal to 4 right here. Okay? That way we have 7x plus 1 times x plus 4. Okay, so using our grouping method, so again, that's method number 1. We could also use the grouping method. You can divide this. How did someone write their grouping method? So someone who used the grouping, how did you write this out? So someone who used grouping for this one, how did you write this out? Okay, so even if you didn't, what two numbers do you think you could group together? Which one works better together? So you can even write it like this. You could say 7x squared, and you can write the plus 4 over here, just to give yourself a little space. Which one do you think works better? Does the 28 look better with the 7, or does the 28 look better with the 4? Or does the x look better with the 4, or does it look better with the 7x squared? How did you guys group it here? So actually for this one, it actually does not matter at all. It doesn't actually matter which one you group it with. So you can use the 28s. You could actually write it as x or the 28s. It doesn't matter. Yeah. So you can see here that you have 7x is the greatest common factor of the first two, which is x plus 4. And out of the second one, plus 1 is the greatest common factor. So then you can go ahead and combine this just like we always do for grouping. This becomes 7x plus 1. So we factor out the x plus 4. And we get 7x plus 1 times x plus 4. Also, for number 5 on the homework, you could have gotten 2 possible answers. There are 2 possible answers because you can factor out a 5 from one of the answers. So sometimes if you check your answers and they're a little bit different, there are some different ones if you can factor out a number from your different things. Okay?